Kia ora and welcome to a new video from NZ Pocket Guide. Today I'm going to go over the most mind-blowing natural attractions of New Zealand. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let's begin with the elephant in the room, and that is the Southern Lights. It is really hard to spot the Southern Lights. It is very hard to predict when and where to spot the Southern Light, but we've done our best on the website and there's a lot of tips for you. But witnessing these amazing spectacles in the sky at night is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is obviously best seen on the south end of New Zealand, and if you are able to make it to some of those observatory places during the right time and the right conditions, you'll be treated to something so unique. It will make this trip memorable for a lifetime. Alright, let's talk about something a bit more accessible now, and that's all the geothermal parks of the northern end of New Zealand. Around the town of Rotorua, you'll be able to witness the basically inner working of the earth in action. It's quite amazing, all the different bubbling mud pools that you'll be able to see. But if I have to only highlight one, I would highlight the champagne pool of the Waiotapu Geothermal Park, where you'll be able to see basically orange sulfur formation and crystal blue waters and smoke, and it's just I mean, you'll see it on pictures, but it's quite memorable and quite unique and definitely worth visiting if you can make it to one of those geothermal parks. Next up on the list, we have boulders. New Zealand features quite a lot of amazing boulders, and if I have to pick only one, that would be the Moriaki boulders on the southern end of New Zealand. Those boulders are perfectly spherical rocks dotting the beach, and in Moriaki there is over 50 of them. It's quite amazing. If you are only visiting the northern end of New Zealand, check out the Kutu boulders on the in the Northland region. Next up, we have waterfalls. Obviously, New Zealand is the country of waterfalls. There is a waterfall here, a waterfall there, a waterfall everywhere. There is really a lot of amazing waterfalls in the country, but if I have to only highlight a few of them, I will talk about Maclean Falls in the Catlins region, which is an amazing looking waterfalls with multiple tiers that you can climb yourself to take some really unique photos. There is also Bridal Veil Falls on the way to the town of Raglan, which is a very tall and unique and thin waterfall that, well, looks like a bridal veil. And there is also Huka Falls near the town of Taupo, which is one of the most gushing and impressive waterfall in New Zealand. Just try to picture how much water is going through there per second. It's quite amazing. Next up on the list, we obviously have lakes. New Zealand has amazing lakes to take pictures of, and some really unique ones. If you've ever seen postcards from New Zealand with this perfectly reflective lake, well, that is usually Lake Matheson, which is located near the Fox and Franz Joseph Glacier on the west coast of the South Island. But there is also the amazing Lake Pukaki with the Church of the Good Shepherd, nearby, and the lupin flowers. And there is also the amazing milky blue waters of the Lake Pukaki. Next up on the list, we have the glowworms. You've heard about the Waitomo glowworms, which basically give you the feeling that you are looking up in the skies while you are underneath the caves. And they have a very interesting life cycle that I will let you discover on your tour. And yeah, you can check them out in Waitomo, but also in the town of Te Anau in the southern of New Zealand. And finally, we have impressively, I think that's the word, clear waters. Laura, which is our editor-in-chief, is always so impressed by how clear the waters are usually. And yeah, there is some really amazing place to check that out, such as the Hokitika Gorge with a super clear milky blue waters, the Haast Pass. But if I have to pick my favorite, that would be the Pupu Springs, which is located in the Golden Bay area and is holding a lot of Maori significance, so it's worth checking out. Alright, so that's everything I have for you today. I hope that you found that useful, and there's much more information on nzpocketguide.com. So check it out. Plus, the whole team is joining me in wishing you the best time ever in New Zealand.